Hello, everybody. So this is VEDFAM 7, right? So that's siete? Yeah, siete. Siete. VEDFAM 7. I'm a little out of it today. Um, some days my heart medication makes me kind of like foggy, but the doctor says because that's why they don't recommend it for like truck drivers and things like that that have people that have to stay alert. It slows my heart rate down a lot. So now I'm more like a sloth. So, things to talk about. My mind's going blank. Steve's up in the air. I'm tracking him on my phone. Come on, pop up. I got up this morning really early, and I was like, I'm awake. I'm awake, I'm awake, I'm awake, Got up and thought, I'm going to have a long day now, and I can get things going, and yay, yeah, crash. Here he is. He's over Colorado right now. Let's see if you can see this. See the little airplane? He took off from Detroit, heading for Los Angeles. And that little black dot in the middle, that's him. So, and this goes in real time, so I just have to refresh. Boop. And he's a little bit further ahead now. Yeah, he's getting there. In fact, his plane should land in approximately 2 hours. A little less, actually. That's good. And then it takes him another 2 or so hours because it's like 12:18 now, and he won't be home until like 4:30. I got some stuff that came today from a website that I buy stuff from for sewing called Sophisticated, S-E-W, Sophisticated. I buy thread and stabilizers and stuff like that because it's cheap. And this time I bought these, which are dish towels. See? Something's... Hang on here. There. They are dish towels. Plain dish towels. But these are called embroidery blanks. So I have to come up with some kind of a plan of pattern that I want to put on them. I got 2 for my mother-in-law, 2 and 2 each for my sister-in-laws. So I got to think of something. And it isn't like I say, oh, this one likes that, this one likes that. Mother-in-law, she's fairly easy, but my sister-in-laws, I don't know. Especially Fumiko. I don't know what Fumiko likes. I've never seen her house. They live up in Oregon. And I figured dish towels, I don't usually buy them anything, but I thought since I can do this, why not? They may just sit here until next year. I might just do that. Because by next year, maybe I'll have asked enough questions at Christmas this year to find out what to do. That'll work for me. And then the other thing, which I think you saw on this here, I'll show you the lighter side. These things, these little fabric yo-yos that they call. I have a little thing that I can do those with. I know you can do them without, but it's just faster. I got a bunch of others. Now I can make heart-shaped ones, and I got 2 different size. Shamrock, which will make flowers, a larger circle one, and one that does butterfly shapes. Because I'm looking to make maybe some little girls' dresses in the near future. And no, not for grandchildren yet. So let's see, I'll look into my fancy dandy composition book and see if I can pick a topic out since my brain is foggy. I'm going to go for famous people because Leslie has been waiting and has an interest in this. So none of what I'm saying is, oh, I've met so-and-so and so-and-so and oh, it's just a regular famous people party out here. No. Famous people I have met is not a very big list, but it's more like the circumstances, that you meet people. And you are more likely to meet celebrities or movie stars, that kind of thing, when you live in an area that is, they're going to be more concentrated in. And I'd say probably, there's a few states around that's going to happen, like Aspen, Colorado, and probably, New York, which I know because I met one of them there. And then there's going to be, of course, where I lived. I live in LA County, but I'm right on the edge of that in Kern County. That's just in the last 9 years, almost 10 years. Before that, I lived over the hill, in towards the LA areas, and well, in LA actually. So, more into LA County actually, and probably Florida is another big one. So those are areas that are probably more densely populated, more likely that you're going to meet somebody. So let's see. I'll save my best ones for last, of course. I saw Claude Akins, one who used to do the TV show Lobo. Hang on. Okay. Making sure it's not delivery. Anyways, I met him down in Alvaro Street. He was eating Mexican food down there. Of course, where else do you go for authentic stuff? At Alvaro Street. It's a fantastic place. I hate to see it go, but I know it's going to be gone soon. The land is worth so much. They're raising rates on these poor people that, sell just basic wares and food and, everything else down there. So anyways, I saw him. I saw, when I was a little kid, we were driving and in an MG next to us pulled up a guy with wild hair. And my brother was in the back, I was in the front, my mother driving, and it was like, that's Art Garfunkel. It's Art Garfunkel driving in a car next to us. and we were like, are you? He's like, yeah, light turned green, he took off. It was him. That was a funny one. Because my mind is so foggy, it's gonna be hard for me to think. Yeah, that was a funny one. I like that one. When I was in New York, I was young and I was staying at the Plaza Hotel on 42nd and Broadway. And I got into an elevator, and who should be in the elevator next to me? Handsome in person like nobody's business. I mean, this guy, it was amazing because I saw him. He was in Little Big Man. No, not Dustin Hoffman. He was in Soap. I love Little Big Man. It's one of my favorite movies. I'm going to show you a picture. I don't think it's a very good one, but here's a picture of him. Let's see if I can. I'm standing next to, let's see if it'll focus, Richard Mulligan, who has since passed away, and too soon. I mean, he passed away, yeah, too early. He was born in 32 and he died in 2000. So, I was standing next to him. He was very tall, very handsome. He had a long black overcoat. It was winter time. And I looked over at him and I was like, no way. He just smiled. He says, yeah, nice to meet you. And smiled at me. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to be good and not say, oh, could I have your autograph? I've never done that. I've never asked for an autograph in my life because I always felt it was intrusive and rude. If a person is busy, they're busy. I don't want somebody asking for my autograph. Not that that'll ever happen in a million years, but, I just got a late breaking news just now on my phone from KNX, which is our news station out here, which is, I think it's either NBC, CBS, maybe it's CBS Broadcasting. Supreme Court will take up gay marriage cases, including California's ban on some same-sex unions. Interesting. Be interesting to see where that goes. Let's see. And then I'm sure there are others. I mean, like my brother, he had, of course, that sound politically incorrect. I don't want to say that. He had lunch with I don't know what the guy's name is. He was the dwarf on Beretta. And that's all I know. He had lunch with him because he and his friends were down in Westwood having lunch one time, and the guy came up to their table and asked if he could join them because it was crowded. And they knew who he was, and they're like, yeah, sure, So they just sat and ate and talked, and but my all-time favorite was meeting Julia Child, and it was at the Smithsonian Museum. I just felt like going. I used to go to the art museums on my own because I love art, and they had a really great Picasso exhibit going on. This was back in the 80s, long time ago. Geez, I don't even think I was married. No, I wasn't married yet. So I was probably about 17, 18. And I heard her voice. And I turned around and she was there with a friend. And she was talking about the artwork. And some lady came up and asked for her autograph. And I thought, why do you do that? Don't do that to her. So I just kind of nonchalantly happened to flow with her to room looking at the various paintings alongside because I was going at the same pace looking at pictures. She wasn't suspicious. But she was looking at a painting, and it was a huge painting that had vegetables and fruits. It was a picture of a kitchen, and it had somebody working out in the kitchen during like the Renaissance era. And she was discussing what was in the kitchen, what types of fruits and vegetables were in this picture, and which ones were not. Because, during this time, this is how you could tell the age of this, because at the time, at the place that this was painted, these were considered poison, these were not, these had just became popular, It was very interesting at the time. I wish I could remember everything, but I was a little awestruck. And then she got to this painting of some fully naked guy hanging in a weird angle with wings and some strange coloring on it. It was this huge, like floor-to-ceiling painting. She looks at it and she goes, I don't know what the hell this is. And I started to laugh, and she turned to me and she just smiled because it was just, how could you not laugh? I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. That was it. What the hell this is supposed to be. And then they moved on to the next. But I just loved her. Absolutely loved her. That made her so human because he was in a natural setting for her. Out with a friend. Was not in a, book signing or, anything. She was just out enjoying the day, and it was funny. I liked her. I liked her a lot, and I miss her because I don't know. There was some comfort about her, and well, Leslie and I were talking about cook shows yesterday. Sorry, I said Jen. I miss you, Jennifer. I hope your move goes well, and I get to start talking to you again. We were talking about cook shows from the blast from the past kind of thing, and all the ones we used to watch growing up. And I always wanted to be a cook show host when I was little because I watched The Galloping Gourmet, and I watched Julia Child, and I watched The Frugal Gourmet, and I watched all these shows, and I used to love how they could be on TV cooking for an audience to watch. That was always fun. Well, I guess that's enough for today. It's 16 minutes. Steve is going to be home soon, hopefully. I miss him. That means that tomorrow is Saturday, so Saturday and Sundays are going to be out and about videos. Because basically I stay in for the week because there's nothing to do for me and no reason for me to go out. Saves gas anyways. And in the weekends I'm out doing stuff, and I thought, this is a great opportunity because it might get us out more to film things out here and show you more of wonderful California. I may get to show you Red Rock Canyon because it's cool weather and there's no rain forecasted, as long as it's not too windy. We went out there last year and the wind was a little harsh. And we also can't go into some of the more interesting areas, unfortunately, because we no longer have a truck. Driving across in a Lincoln Continental is just not really a good idea to do out here in the dirt. But we're working on that. And but if you're interested in museums or places like that, let me know in a comment, because I would like to start going to some of that kind of stuff. I can go to those and film. Well, I guess that's it. I'm gonna just stop here because I will be back tomorrow. So, till tomorrow. Bye.